Hey guys, my name is Nicole and today I'm going to be showing you my morning routine. This is what I really do every day, and morning routines have always, actually just routines in general, have been very important to me ever since I was a kid. And even though it's not complicated, it's not fussy, and some mornings it's a shorter version of this and sometimes it's a more long drawn out version if I have more time, but for the most part it's always been the same, and that consistency has always made me feel really grounded and secure. Even if like the rest of my life is chaotic, I find that sticking to routines really helps me feel like that. So I try to make sure that I do this in some form every single day. So I hope that you guys will enjoy this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you like this video and you want to see more routine videos, and let's get started. So first thing in the morning, I reach for my phone, which I feel like most people probably do, and I of course go on Instagram and Snapchat first, but I also have a couple of other apps that I like to look at just while I'm kind of laying in bed, in that moment where you're kind of like half awake still and half asleep and you don't really feel like actually getting up. One of them that I really like is from Refinery29, and it's called This AM, and it's just a really quick rundown of 10 things that are happening right now in the news and in social media world, and just basically everything that you need to know right now. And you can read more if you want, or you can kind of just get the gist of it from clicking through. But I really like this app, and it kind of keeps me up to date when I don't have time to read a whole newspaper or watch the news. Another one that I like that's like that as well is from the New York Times, but it's different than the other New York Times app because this one's called New York Times Now, and it's kind of just the same thing, like a rundown of what's happening right now. So I do that for a little bit, and then I make my way to the bathroom so I can start my skincare routine. So I get my hair up and out of my face, and then I wash my face with this Organic Clear cleanser. I've been using this for about a year and I'm still obsessed with it. I notice a big difference if I go kind of a long period of time without using it, if I run out or something. So now I always have it on hand, and then I follow that with my daytime moisturizer that comes with a nighttime moisturizer also. And then I follow that with a sunscreen, and then I kind of put that all over my face and onto my neck, and then I use an eye cream. Sometimes I just use like a rosehip oil or something, but this is a little sample size from Origins. It's the ginseng one, and I put that under my eyes, but I also make a point to put it on my actual eyelids, which I don't always see other people do, but I feel like that's the skin that really needs a lot of moisture and anti-wrinkle stuff, so I make sure I put it all the way around, just not like in my lash line. And then it's my favorite part of the morning, which is breakfast time. So I make my way into the kitchen, I open the blinds, and I get started making breakfast. Something I've been very diligent with doing for the last 6 months or so is to make a to-do list and to kind of organize my life in a notebook where I have an overall kind of view of what my month looks like, and then have daily tasks that I need to get done. And this is a little type A. Like, I used to not want to do this when I was younger. It felt like, too much work, but honestly this saves me so much time, so much money, and so much stress. So I plan out my day first thing in the morning, and then I make some time every day to respond to Instagram comments, YouTube comments, and emails, and I do that for about 20-30 minutes if I have time. If not, I find a time to do it later in the day. Then if I have to go to work or I'm filming, I will get started on my hair and makeup. If I don't have to go to work or I'm not filming, I probably won't wear makeup or bother with my hair. But when I do, I kind of just brush it out, and I should be using a heat protectant. I need to get one. I'm lazy, but I should be doing that first. And then I take my T3 curling wand and I just kind of take random sections, random sizes, and start on one end of my head and go all the way around. And you can see I'm leaving about 1.5 inches off of the actual iron, and that just helps it look a little bit more relaxed so the curl doesn't go all the way to the bottom. And I leave it on there for about 10 seconds, and then I kind of pull the curl out a little bit so it's a little more relaxed and natural looking. But then I make sure that I don't touch them. I push the curls behind my ears and I let them cool before adding any product or brushing them out, and that way they stay a little bit longer. So then I move on to my makeup, and I just found out that L'Oreal no longer tests on animals, which is amazing. So I've been using this foundation. It's the infallible one. I love it. It helps me stay matte all day long, and especially when I have long shifts at work. I actually just got a comment from someone the other day that was like, what do you have on your face? And it's always that. And then I just decided to do a simple brown smoky eye with a little bit of highlight. My favorite highlighter at the moment is this Becca one. It just is what gives me that really pretty glowy upper cheekbone situation. So I will link that in the description box below. Then I brush my teeth, do my lipstick, and then this is a texturizer that I'm trying out. This is not tested on animals, so yay for that. And I just kind of use that all over really lightly and then shake out my hair. And this kind of helps add a little bit of grit, so my hair, like when you first wash your hair, it's a little bit too soft, and sometimes the curls can kind of fall out. So this adds a little bit, not of oil, but just of texture, and it helps your curls stay nice and curly. So around this time in the morning, if I was going to work later in the day, is when I would decide to pack my lunch. That way it's kind of over with. And I usually make the same thing or a variation of the same thing all the time, which is just a big salad with lots of veggies and some sort of starch like potato or rice. Today I'm doing kind of a Tex-Mex thing, so I add the salsa to the bottom of the container, and then I add some garbanzo beans or black beans and then some frozen corn. And this is good because if you layer it like this, it won't get soggy. If you were gonna put the salsa right on the lettuce, it would get soggy. So kind of layer the ingredients that can absorb some salsa or some salad dressing first, and then pile the salad on top of that. And then I just wait for my potatoes to finish cooking. And then I use this time to do the dishes, which I know just seems like very mundane and boring, but I've been trying really hard to kind of follow my 1-minute rule, where if it only takes a minute, I'll just do it now and get it out of the way. And this has just helped me feel so much more organized. It helps me keep my place clean, and I just feel like less overwhelmed when I kind of do little tasks like this and use my time wisely. So once the potatoes are done, I put them on a plate so they can cool off a little bit, and add some salt and some nutritional yeast, which has some protein and vitamin B12. And then I add that on top of the salad. Once they're kind of cool enough, I will put the lid on it, and then I have some rubber bands that I always have on hand that I use to hold this all together so that it doesn't get all over the place in my work bag, and then I'll store that in the fridge until I'm ready to work. But on days where I don't have to work, I usually film, so I will do this instead during this time, and I'll set up my little living room area with my lights and my tripod and get started on filming. So on this day, I was actually filming with my friend Danny. We were making a cookie taste test video, a vegan cookie taste test video that I will link in the description box below. This was obviously a lot of fun to film, and this is what I decided to wear that day. It is a maxi dress from Forever 21. I absolutely love this, and I really love the kind of crochet pattern in the center. It's kind of a cutout, but you can't really see through too much, so you're not showing too much skin. And then I just have some nude and gold sandals with that, just to keep it easy breezy, and a little bit of jewelry, just my little midi rings and some pink polish from Sally Hansen. I hope that you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see another video, then just click the screen, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!